Hi everyone, and welcome to another Albion Online Dev Talk. The Abyssal Depths update has been live for a few weeks now, and we're really excited to see how it's been received. Overall, your feedback has been very positive. The depths in particular have been especially well received. The mix of risk and reward seems to hit the right balance, and we can clearly see them drawing in both competitive and casual groups, which is exactly what we wanted to achieve. In fact, during the first weeks alone, players collectively spent over 100 years of playtime in the dungeon, which is wildly impressive. To date, more than 4 million sessions in the depths have been played, and that number is climbing fast. Beyond the depths, the broader hell-themed content centered around the Antiquarian's Den is seeing a lot of activity. Population in Hellgates and corrupted dungeons is much healthier than before the update, and we're seeing PvP fights happening across all the different modes of both features. Overall, we feel you all really appreciate how the hell-themed content comes together into a cohesive experience, with the Antiquarian's Den acting as the natural hub into the high-stakes gameplay of instanced PvP. Alongside the feedback on the new PvP content, we're also receiving positive feedback on the quality of life improvements, especially those aimed at easing the early player experience. From clearer progression paths to smoother onboarding flows, the changes seem to be helping new players get their bearings more easily. That said, it's still a bit too early to tell how much long-term impact these updates will have on how well new players are settling into the game and choosing to stick around. But we're keeping a close eye on it and will continue refining as needed. While the majority of feedback has been positive, we're also closely monitoring the criticism that has come up. Balancing various playstyles is always a challenge, but the adjustments we've made are aimed at fostering a healthier long-term experience for everyone. That said, we take every piece of feedback seriously, and we continue to discuss concerns internally as we evaluate if further changes are needed. All in all, we want to thank all of you who've jumped into the new content and shared your experiences, feedback, and clips. It's been a huge motivator for the team. Now, with the Abyssal Depths update behind us, let's talk about what's coming next. As you probably expect, we don't ever stand still. Internally, things are already moving full steam ahead toward our next update, which we hope to deliver this fall. Our next major focus will be on faction warfare, something I already hinted at earlier this year. This continues our ongoing effort to make getting into Albion as enjoyable as possible, while also smoothing out the path from early to late game. Faction warfare is a crucial part of Albion Online because it offers purpose-driven, accessible open-world PvP for players of all skill levels, while integrating deeply with the game's broader systems. It fosters ongoing conflict across the world map, stimulates player movement and economic activity, and acts as a gateway into higher stakes warfare like guild and alliance battles. This makes it a core feature of Albion's sandbox gameplay and a key area for continued development. But more importantly, we see it as an area with a lot of potential that hasn't been fully realized yet. We believe that faction warfare already has a strong foundation, one that we want to build on top of, not replace. As we look towards improving it, we have our eyes on a few key problems. The frontline system isn't generating as much PvP conflict as we would like. It's too easy for groups to bypass or ignore one another, and we could do better at bringing active groups into conflict. On top of that, travel to active faction warfare zones can take way too long. Having to run 5 or more clusters only to find that the fight you wanted to join has already ended feels frustrating. And the gameplay variety of faction warfare is currently limited to outposts, which can start to feel repetitive over time. While it's still too early to talk about specific features, we can share the goals that are guiding our work. Primarily, we want faction warfare to encourage PvP, a lot of it. In order to make that happen, we're looking at ways to focus the conflict more clearly into certain areas of the map, and to offer a wider range of objectives for factions to fight over. Alongside focusing the conflict, we also want to make sure people can get to these conflict zones much quicker. That way, we can allow players to jump into faction warfare fights without needing to invest lots of time or resources up front. We want it to be easy for players to find allies in their faction and jump into fights even without a guild. Ideally, most fights should be driven by pickup groups, though of course we're happy when guilds participate too. Above all, we want the feature additions to be fun, seamlessly integrate into the world of Albion, and create activities that players are excited for years to come. We're still early in development on these changes, but we wanted to bring you in as early as possible. As always, your feedback will be a huge part of shaping what comes next. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in Albion.
Thank you.